Well, it happened again. The same story of a promising season getting the green light, performing well in the beginning, and then slowly getting derailed and put on the cancelled bandwagon. How many times have we seen Netflix do this, really? From the cult classic Ozark to Lucifer to Resident Evil, the bells of dawn seem to toll for most shows before they're even released. And Netflix is notorious for doing just that. The latest entry to that much celebrated group is Warrior Nun, a popular yet fantasy action series that has been cancelled after airing for 2 seasons. Warrior Nun was a thrilling action drama series that premiered on Netflix in July 2020. The show follows the story of a young woman named Ava who is resurrected in a morgue with a mysterious symbol on her back. She discovers that she has a special connection to the ancient order of the Cruciform Sword, a group of warrior nuns who are sworn to protect the world from evil forces. The series featured an all-star cast, including Alba Baptista as Ava, Lorna Andrea as Sister Lilith, and Toya Turner as Sister Mary. The show received praise for its fast-paced storylines and engaging characters, and fans were eagerly awaiting news of a renewal. However, with Netflix always on the lookout when it comes to data, it seems Warrior Nun has come to a sudden demise. Despite its success, including being the best-rated season of a show on Netflix according to Rotten Tomatoes, the show will not continue for a 3rd season, leaving its fans disappointed and mourning its cancellation. The 2nd season of Warrior Nun received a perfect 100% score from a few critics and a 99% audience score from over 8,000 viewers. Despite the show's popularity, it did not remain on Netflix's top 10 list for long, leading some to believe that a 3rd season was unlikely from the start. The biggest question on the internet is, why was such a successful show cancelled all of a sudden? This is Netflix's algorithm performing at its best. The watch time and views for Warrior Nun simply didn't justify the cost to Netflix's execs. Using insights from the data that had been collected for the past 2 seasons of Warrior Nun, Netflix made a decision to cancel Warrior Nun. This has upset many fans and has contributed to a negative trend of Netflix canceling young adult and teen shows, particularly those led by young women, despite their positive reception. This has led to a growing list of unfinished shows on Netflix that were ultimately abandoned due to low viewership, despite their initial success. In the larger run, it may also demoralize other producers and directors from letting Netflix stream the movies or shows they worked so hard to make. Sharing his sentiments over the bad news, Warrior Nun's showrunner Simon Barry tweeted, "I've just found out that Netflix will not be renewing Warrior Nun. My sincere appreciation to all the fans who worked so hard to bring awareness to this series, and for the love you showed me, the cast and the whole production team. It was a privilege to be a part of this. Despite this, it's positive to see that the fans continue to show their appreciation and love for the series, and maybe the outcry from them might change Netflix's decision somewhere down the line." With a fan base that was dedicated and loud, it was natural that there would be serious backlash. Just hours after the announcement, fans started the hashtag #SaveWarriorNun on social media. However, the chances of the series being picked up by another network or streaming service are low, as Netflix's contracts often stipulate that a show cannot be aired elsewhere for a few years after its cancellation. One Day at a Time, another canceled Netflix show, was able to be saved by a traditional network shortly after its cancellation due to fewer restrictions on its broadcast rights. It is unclear if Warrior Nun has similar stipulations, but given the time that has passed since One Day at a Time's cancellation, it is likely that Netflix has further tightened its control over its shows. Despite this, the series' devoted fanbase continues to hold out hope for a resolution to the show's cliffhanger ending. It seems that Netflix has a history of canceling shows that end on cliffhangers, leaving fans frustrated and disappointed. This is especially problematic when the cliffhangers are included at the request of Netflix, as was the case with Warrior Nun, the streaming platform's tendency to cancel shows after just 1 or 2 seasons, particularly those that feature marginalized groups such as women, LGBTQ+ individuals, and people of color, is detrimental to the industry and goes against the very essence of what television is meant to be. This pattern of greenlighting short seasons, failing to provide proper support, and then canceling shows before they can gain a significant following, particularly affects minority-led series and further proves the lack of representation in the industry. However, more than any other cancellation, Warrior Nun is especially disheartening because it was well produced and fans really loved every bit of it. In its brief run, Warrior Nun tackled a wide range of complex and thought-provoking topics, including the questionable actions of the Catholic Church and the influence of social media celebrities. The show left a lasting impact with its compelling story and its portrayal of the powerful bond between its female characters, Ava and Beatrice. It also met all the benchmarks Netflix uses to report on the performance of their shows, with its second season receiving overwhelmingly positive reviews. With a 100% score from critics and a 99% rating from audiences based on almost 8,000 reviews, Warrior Nun set a record for the highest rated series on Netflix. Why this show was cancelled and who greenlighted that decision is unknown at this point. However, the impact created by Warrior Nun when it comes to inclusivity and representation makes the cancellation a hard pill to swallow. What do you think about the cancellation? Will Netflix stay firm on the decision to cancel the show, or will the overwhelming backlash from fans all over make this decision look ill-informed? Let us know in the comments below.